there, welcome to my channel. I am working on this blanket for a friend and I thought this would be a good opportunity to show you the double crochet. It is probably my most used stitch. It's one of my favorite stitches, so this is a really good blanket to show you on. And I'm also going to show you how in just a blanket, this blanket is just double crochets and chain stitches. I'm going to show you how to finish a row and start a new row, because that was something I had a really hard time with when I first started crocheting. I was doing it wrong for a long time and I didn't know why I was doing it wrong, and I was having my edge go in and out and in and out because I just wasn't doing it correctly. This yarn that I'm using here, this is the Red Heart Super Saver. You can see that. And this is in Earth and Sky, which is a really pretty color. Oh, I didn't mention this. I don't have a tripod yet, so my phone is currently sitting on paper towel. Isn't that funny? So if you notice that, just ignore it. All right, so I'm going to pull out a couple because we're going to do a few. Okay, so for the double crochet, you got your hook. Oh, and I'm also using a 6.5 millimeter hook. This is a bamboo handle. I honestly don't remember the brand though. I think I got it at Hobby Lobby. They're really cheap and they're really comfortable. Okay, so your hook is through and I'm holding it in my right hand, and I'm gonna loop the working yarn over my finger. I'm gonna try and make this flat. I have a tendency to pull it up because that's how I crochet. Okay, so for the double crochet, you're gonna loop your hook under the yarn, okay? Like that. Don't do this. I've seen people crochet like that. That is not efficient and your tension's gonna be funny. So just go like that. Okay, you're gonna go under both. This is something I did wrong. I should show you this. Okay, in a stitch on top, you have 2 strands of yarn, and then you have this third strand. So you have this like little circle in the middle right there. That's where you're aiming to put your hook. You want to grab both strands of yarn, unless of course it says back loop only, then you would crochet in the back loop or the front loop, which will create a nice ridge, but for this purpose we're not doing that. So again, loop over and go into the stitch. You're gonna loop over again and you're gonna pull it through. So now you should have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to do the same. You're going to go and grab yarn and you're going to pull it through 2. Okay? So you can see the stitch starting to form there, and you should have 2 loops on your hook. You're going to pull through again, and that is 1 double crochet done. Okay, we're going to do it again really slow. All right, so there is where I'm aiming. You're going to loop over. Plan lined up for you guys. In the hole, grab the yarn and pull it through. 3 loops, grab the yarn, pull it through. 2 loops, grab the yarn, pull it through. Finished. Okay. Yarn over through the hole, grab the yarn, pull it through. Grab the yarn, pull it through. Grab the yarn, pull it through. Okay, so you might also notice I'm doing some twisting, and it's out of habit, so I don't even like think about it. So when I go through a stitch, you want to use the head of it. You don't want it to be pointing up because you're going to catch yarn. So you want to push it through so you're not going to catch anything. Then you want it, so you pull through like this, so you want to rotate it to grab the yarn and again pull it through, and then you're going to flip your hook so that you're pulling it up and you're not going to drop it, and then you can grab new yarn, pull it through and flip because you don't want to drop it. Pull it through and up, and eventually this will be so fast you won't even know. Okay, so one more time really slow. Pull it through 3 loops, pull it through 2 loops, finish. Okay, so now we are at the end. And here we have, this is a double crochet from the last round, and this is the chain 2. Okay, so we still need to make one more stitch into the front of this double crochet where the chain 2 connects. So that it's a little funky because it's kind of at an angle. So pull 2, pull 2. Okay, so now you can see that this edge is pretty straight. The chain 2s and where you don't have a chain 2 are going to be off just a little bit, but we're going to put an edge on that so that will smooth right out. But that is just because on one end you have a chain 2, on the opposite end you do not have a chain 2. Okay, so to start the next row, when it's still facing this way, I like to do the chain 2. That just helps me not lose this double crochet when I'm moving things around. If I drop my hook, I've got a little extra. So now we're gonna flip our work over, which mine's a big blanket, so bear with me for a minute. Okay, and it's gonna wanna fall because, there we go. Okay, so then this is the beginning of the new row. So you have this chain 2, and in a lot of works, your chain 2 would count at as your first double crochet. In this type of blanket, it does not count. Okay, so if you were to do a double crochet in the next stitch, which is on a lot, especially things in the round, then what's going to happen is, I don't know if you can really see it, but it's going to pull in. It's not going to be straight. See, it wants to pull in because there's just not enough built up there. So you're going to do your chain 2, and then let me see if I can pull it apart there. So here's the chain 2, and this is the spot from the double crochet that we want to go into, which is in the same stitch as your chain 2. Okay, so they're going to kind of come from the same spot. That is what's going to get this straight like this instead of wanting to pull in and kind of collapse in a way. So then you're just going to go back to your double crochets. I'll do a couple for you. Nice and slow. I need a little more yarn. Alright, I'll do a few at my normal speed just so you can see. Like eventually double crochets are going to be the best because as I trip up right there. Yeah, they just kind of flow and you won't even really have to think about it too hard, and it takes a while but I promise you'll get there if you're patient. And a blanket like this is great for learning double crochets and learning tension and learning just how to counter stitches, which honestly I don't do so much and I really should start, but in a blanket like this I don't really have to because I know exactly what I'm doing. So yeah, alrighty, happy crocheting guys, thanks for watching, bye.